Hello and welcome to World News Today. I'm Barbara White. Today's headlines. Lengthy drought in Central Africa causes widespread devastation throughout the region. America's largest power company, Globan, merges with European sister company, Euron. And chemical pollutants threaten Lake Baikal. But today's breaking story comes from a small country in Europe. Richard, please come in. I understand you're in the Netherlands. Can you tell us what's happening there?
Hello, Barbara. And yes, indeed, we have a real breaking news story from a small country in Europe. What you see behind me is a typical village in the Dutch province of Groningen.
Okay, but what's all the fuss about?
Well, actually, the big news is in one of those little houses back there. Come on with me and I'll show you. This is what all the fuss is about, Barbara.
What's that, Richard?
It's called a water tap. Now, watch closely and tell me what you see. It's water, Barbara. Running water. You can even make it warm or hot. Ouch! And that's not all. Watch this. You can even drink it. And it tastes good.
Wow, that really is incredible, Richard.
And you want to know something really amazing, Barbara? Every home in the province of Groningen and Drenthe has just such a water tap in almost every room in their house. They even have special water rooms they call bathrooms. These people don't realize how fortunate they are. Can you imagine this? Every home in these provinces has a water tap. And this one has two in one room. Oh.
What a convenience this must be. Does this mean that all these lucky people don't have to carry heavy water bottles from the stores to their homes or dig deep wells in their yards to find drinking water?
That's right, Barbara. And because the water is already drinkable, it means that they don't have to haul big buckets of water from the canals and clean it with purification tablets. It means that they don't have to transport tons of clean water in huge trucks.
Richard, how on earth did they accomplish this?
There's a special company that takes care of the entire province of Groningen's water needs. Come on with me and I'll show you.
The Groningen Water Company takes a part of its drinking water from the A River in Drenthe and supplies most of the water for the city of Groningen. The rest of the province receives their drinking water from deep wells pumped up from a depth of 100 to 200 meters. From 5 different locations and using more than 6,500 kilometers of pipes, this network of water supplies more than 250,000 people.
Ugh! Isn't that called groundwater? It tastes awful, and when it comes out the tap, don't you have to boil it and add purification tablets before you can even think of drinking it?
No, Barbara. It's much more ingenious than that. You see, the water comes out of the tap already in top quality form. Clean, tasty, and ready to drink. You don't have to do anything. I'll show you how it works.
Water from deep in the ground is, by nature, already clean. The only problem is the amount of iron in the water, and this is remedied at the production locations with the use of oxygen. After a few quality control steps, the water is ready for drinking. Surface water goes through a much more complicated purification process because pollution is more common above the ground. To avoid contaminating the water, it is very important to have a clean environment in all water collection areas.
And this you won't believe, Barbara. They are busy the whole day maintaining the quality of the water. These little fish are here to help too. If something goes wrong with the quality of the water, an alarm will be sounded. For example, one tiny little drop of gasoline in 3,000 liters of water, which is totally harmless to people, will sort of warn these fish and set off an alarm. Amazing, isn't it?
But also the raw water material from the A River in Drenthe is regularly checked for all kinds of bacteria and other pollutants. The Groningen Water Company is constantly assuring the quality of the water. They must also maintain the condition of the 6,500-kilometer water pipe network. The water pipe network is constructed using only the newest and best materials. The water pipes are cleaned regularly under high pressure. This removes rust from the inside of the pipes. Occasionally, the color of the water will turn a light brown, but it is in no way harmful to your health.
This really is incredible, Richard. Do you realize that just yesterday I washed my car and it cost me 20 1-liter bottles of water from the supermarket? Not only was it expensive, but it took so much time and energy. It was so busy at the supermarket, it took me 1 hour to get to the cashier, and once I got there, I had to lift all these heavy bottles of water. It nearly broke my back.
20 bottles? You must drive a very small car, Barbara. Used to take me at least 40. And too bad about the back. But listen, with this network of water pipes, all that aggravation becomes totally unnecessary.
Oh, Richard, can it also wash my car?
Your car, your clothes, your dirty dishes, anything and everything. You can use water to put out your barbecue fire, to water your garden plants, to hose down your dirty kids, even fill your swimming pool. The uses of running water in the house are endless, Barbara. And this is all made possible through this network of water pipes. I want to show you something.
The Dutch use 46 litres for bathing every day per person, and 35 litres for flushing the toilet. Cleaning their clothes takes 25 litres. Doing the dishes, 6 litres. Drinking and cooking, 3. And another 11 for other purposes. In total, that's 126 litres per person per day.
126 litres? Every day? I could wash my car 5 times a day, every day, and still have enough left over to take a shower. That is a lot of water.
It sure is, Barbara. And incidentally, I would love to wash your back. But seriously, many large industrial companies use big amounts of water for their own specific needs, like washing the floors of their dirty factories or cooling down hot molten steel.
They waste all that delicious drinking water on that.
No, Barbara, actually they don't. You see, the water company can process the quality of the water for any situation. This should explain it for you very easily.
The water company delivers specially filtered industrial water to particular industries. To save precious filtered water from deep underground, they use only surface water for large industrial needs. Using special filters, they can regulate the quality to the exact needs of the client. The company Axo Nobel needs water with a very low oxygen ratio. Now they can get that. And another company orders water with a different chemical ratio.
This is really incredible, Richard. But what I don't understand is how can people afford to pay for such a luxury? Listen to my calculations. 126 litres per day, at 25 cents a litre. That's over 30 euros a day. That's nearly 1,000 euros a month. 1,000 euros a month for water. Surely only the very rich can afford to pay for this, and that certainly excludes you and I.
Well said, Barbara. I can certainly appreciate that. But the truth of the matter is that the water here in the north costs almost nothing. You see, the water company is a non-profit organization, which means they don't have to make big money. Everybody wants and gets good, clean water for the lowest possible price. And the Groningen Water Company has the best price in town, at least in all of Holland. Most people here have a water meter in their house that measures all their water usage. They can send their data to the water company via the internet and find out exactly what their cost will be.
Weet u ook dat u de volgende keer de meterstand door kunt geven via internet?
Wouldn't it be fantastic, Richard, if everyone on this planet had hot and cold running water taps? When you think of all the disease and sickness around the world caused by polluted drinking water, the people in the province of Groningen must be very proud of their accomplishment.
Funny you should say that, Barbara, and that's exactly what I expected. But the truth is quite the opposite. Everyone I talked to thought that hot and cold running water is nothing more unusual than the sun coming up or going down every day. Life gets pretty strange sometimes, doesn't it? Well, that's it for me, Richard Hemingway from World News Today. Good night, Barbara.
It certainly does. Good night, Richard. And this was World News Today. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow. Until then, we wish you a pleasant evening and good night. The back. I can't believe he said that. That's amazing. I mean, he's so cheeky. It's incredible. It really is.